It's complete. Samples are a part of my work, in fact. So every time I work in cultural heritage, we have to collect samples in most cases. And so the way samples are collected, the way samples are managed, and the way samples can be accessible to the future, it's extremely important in our activity. And doing that, and since I've been involved not only in a research lab from a university, which is HerculesLab, as well as a national lab, which has other type of responsibilities, in fact, samples are really an extremely important part of our activity, and the way samples are managed are really extremely important, and that's why it's for me it's a fundamental concern in my activity, the way samples are cared for and the way samples are in fact an asset of my activity and of the laboratories in which I've been working on. Well, this workshop has been really enlightening for me. It has really to share, to know the feelings of each one that has been involved in the lab, to know the way people manage their own samples and the solutions they gather, and also the way they envisage their archives has been extremely important for me. Knowing that, for instance, at HerculesLab, and we have been talking about this, we have a problem that we still have to manage with. We really need to create an archive that is accessible, that is manageable, and so being at this workshop and sharing and listening to what everyone has been talking about and discussing with them different strategies has been really inspiring. And of course, after this workshop, I know that the first thing I will do is that I will register the sample archive of HerculesLab, and then we will do step by step everything that we've been talking about during the workshop. That is organizing, setting up a space, setting up the methodology, setting up the protocols, and you are going to hear about HerculesLab sample archive. It's really, as I told previously, it's really a resource. It's even more than a resource. Samples by itself are an asset, but samples by itself can trigger new research, can really be the drivers for new type of research. Because, as you know, samples sometimes and sample archives sometimes are not only represent the past, the ways that in the past we have been working on, but since they have been gathering information and materials from different periods, by having these sample archives, in some moment we can do a different type of research just by having these samples. For instance, comprehensive studies from specific topics. And so I think that sample archives for me are really extremely important. The way we manage them and the way we make them accessible using the FAIR philosophy now, it's really the way we should go, and that's the way we want to go from now on in our activity. Take care of your heritage and take care of your samples. Come on.